Actually, our enrollment is surprisingly up, which was a bit of a surprise to us. So we're doing very well in terms of enrollment. Staff, faculty, and students, I think there have been some challenges and stress and anxiety with online teaching, but we're getting there. We're getting better. Everybody has good intent, and I think we're really starting to be accustomed to what online teaching and learning is all about. As I say, I think we're getting used to it. We have some individuals that have long history doing online teaching. And for others, it's brand new, but I think we're doing very well so far. In my conversations, since we have had a few students back on campus, in my conversations when I've been on campus, one thing that I've really noticed when I've been speaking to you or to them is the whole notion of resilience. And as a student of philosophy, I'd call it existential hardiness. And what that means is that we really know who we are, and we're acting on who we know who we are, what our essence of Kings is. And that's fundamentally putting our students first and doing everything we can for our students to make sure that their experience, whether here in person or online, and also their academic experience is world-class, as it always has been, but it continues to be. So that whole notion of digging in and kind of overcoming the obstacles that I know that we're all facing because of the online world, our students, staff, and faculty are doing really, really well. They're being very resilient. They're being existentially very hardy. It's my pleasure to congratulate our award winners, Rachel and Maureen. These two individuals exemplify King's values. They have been, and they will continue to be tremendous ambassadors for King's. And I'm very, very proud that we're here tonight to celebrate their successes. And then finally, I'd like to thank you all from home for joining us. Again, this is a bit of an odd ceremony because it's all online, but we're so glad that you took the time to join us for this really important evening. So with that, I'll hand it back to Jana. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dave. And now let's get to the reason that we're all here today. The recent graduate award goes to someone who has graduated in the past 15 years. This award recognizes outstanding achievements which have earned regional, national, or international recognition. These achievements may be in areas such as service to humanity, professional accomplishment, community service, the advancement of knowledge, or service to Kings. The Alumni Award of Distinction recognizes a King's graduate who is an inspiration to others, has made a significant contribution to the community or society, or one who has reached a high level of accomplishment in his or her field. Congratulations to our 2020 award recipients, Rachel Braden, class of 11, 13, and 14, and to Maureen Spencer Golovchenko, class of 77. To present the first award, I would like to introduce Dr. Peter Donahue, who is the director of the School of Social Work. Peter?
Well, thank you, Jana. It is both an honor and a privilege to be presenting this year's 2020 Graduate Award to my colleague, Rachel Braden. Rachel is a three-time graduate of King's, having completed a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology in 2011, a Bachelor of Social Work in 2013, and a Master of Social Work in 2014. Now, I only joined King's in 2015, so I didn't have the privilege of knowing or teaching Rachel during her studies here at King's. Therefore, I really can't comment on Rachel during that phase of her life, but the fact that she completed 3 degrees here does give me some important insights into Rachel. Not only is this a true testament of her love for King's, more importantly, it is an indication of both her foresight and her intelligence, as 2 of these 3 degrees are in social work. Not that I'm biased, of course, but she obviously made the right choices. After graduation from 2014 to 2019, Rachel worked at the London Family Court Clinic, first as a student, then as a clinician on the Child Welfare and Youth Therapeutic Court team, before transitioning into the role of Child Witness Project Coordinator. A forward thinker and advocate for social justice, Rachel knew there was more that could be done to help children and youth in the justice system. Rachel learned about Caber, a facility dog who was supporting victims of crime in BC. And using Caber's success as a framework, Rachel created a similar program in Ontario. And as a result, in 2016, Rachel became the primary handler for Merrill, who many of you may see in a moment sitting next to her, Ontario's first accredited courthouse facility dog. As a facility dog, Merrill provided a consistent, calming presence for children involved in the justice process. Throughout their partnership, Rachel and Merrill provided outreach and advocacy locally and across Canada. Rachel has presented and provided training to the London Police Services, in the classroom here at King's and at Russia, and throughout the justice system. The pair also are involved with multiple charitable organizations, including National Service Dogs, 24 Hours of Heroes, and the Courthouse Dog Foundation, among many others. They were also named to the 2019 Mayor's New Year's Honor list in London. Merrill has recently retired from active work in the justice system, but she and Rachel are training a future National Service dog named Piper. Most who have been part of the King's community at some point in their lives or careers know that you never really say goodbye to King's, and Rachel is no exception. In January of this year, she returned to King's as a part-time faculty member in the School of Social Work, and more recently, she joined the team as the Social Work Programs Liaison in July. It's been disappointing that as a result of COVID, I've primarily only worked with Rachel remotely via text, email, the phone, and Zoom. Secretly, I and many other colleagues were also disappointed that we've only been able to work remotely with Rachel's furry co-workers, Merrill and Piper, at this point. Thankfully, Rachel allows them to join her on camera from time to time, and we're hoping that we will be able to see Rachel and company face-to-face at some point in 2021. Now, although I've only known Rachel for a relatively short period of time, some of the words that immediately came to mind when I was asked to present this award and speak about her today included intelligence, integrity, warmth, empathy, genuine, fair, critical thinker, and leader, to name only a few. Rachel brings all of these characteristics to her work in the school and more, but it is also peppered with a wonderfully wicked sense of humor, which comes in very handy these days, as I'm sure you can all appreciate. As Jana said in the write-up for this award, it indicates that the recent graduate award goes to an individual who graduated from King's in the last 15 years and recognizes outstanding achievements who have earned either regional, national, or international recognition in areas such as service to humanity, professional accomplishment, community service, the advancement of knowledge, or service to King's University College. I certainly can't imagine a graduate of King's who more fully exemplifies this criteria than Rachel Braden. Given everything that she has accomplished in such a relatively short career, and now knowing her as I do, I have no doubt that she is going to continue leaving her mark on society and will be the recipient of many more awards such as this in the future. So congratulations, Rachel Braden.
Top. Perfect. There we go. Well, thank you so much, Peter, for those more than kind words. I wish I was there to thank you in person for saying such wonderful things, but this will have to suffice. Thank you also to Jennifer Jones, who nominated me for this award. And also thank you to the King's Alumni Association for considering me worthy of this fantastic honor. I would also like to congratulate Maureen, the Alumni Award of Distinction recipient. And normally I would say it's a privilege to stand beside such a deserving recipient today, and I'm clearly sitting here at home, so that doesn't work, but it's still a privilege to spend this evening with you, Maureen, and I'm so excited to be receiving this award with you. So, well, I would love to nothing more to be present in person back home on King's campus for homecoming to accept this award. The ongoing pandemic has me accepting this award from my home office. Luckily, flexibility and adaptability are two skills that I strengthened during my time at the King's School of Social Work, so I was well prepared to make a quick change. When writing these remarks, it provided me an opportunity for reflection as I thought back on both my time at King's as a student and also my time since King's as a social worker in the London community. I will forever be thankful to King's for the opportunity it provided me, specifically my practicum at the London Family Court Clinic, where an unexpected placement, like I said, flexibility and adaptability, sparked my absolute passion for working with child victims and witnesses of crime. If it were not for the faculty at King's and those in the field office at the School of Social Work challenging me on what it is I thought I wanted to do and opening up my mind to new possibilities, I can say with absolute certainty that I would not have had the honor and the privilege of walking alongside hundreds of child victims as they navigated the challenging, daunting task of testifying in court. Nor would I have had the opportunity to do that alongside NSD Merrill, the four-legged hero who walked, albeit very slowly, but calmly and loyally beside so many brave kiddos. Back in 2016, when Merrill joined the team at the Child Witness Program, facility dogs were certainly not common in Canadian courtrooms. We had certainly come a long way in supporting children who were required to testify in court, but the courtroom remained a sterile, intimidating environment. I credit the Faculty of Social Work for challenging us to always think outside the box, as that is what pushed me to bring to life the idea, and Merrill became the first ever courthouse facility dog in Ontario. I am so proud to say that with education and advocacy, that what once was a few dogs scattered across the country is now a 50+ strong group of dogs doing this worthy work from coast to coast. While I owe so many thanks to King's, I owe just as many thanks to Merrill herself. While it may seem strange to thank a dog in an award speech, you would understand exactly why I owe her so many thanks if you had ever had the chance to witness her work and all the work that she continues to do. Merrill brought silent strength and healing to people that I simply could not. Her presence gave people the courage to speak when nothing else or nobody else could. She gave and continues to give me the opportunity to meet and support amazing people, both through her work at the Child Witness Program before she officially was medically retired, and now in her new role as an ambassador dog, a job that doesn't require a 6:30 a.m. wake up, so is definitely more her speed. I look forward to continuing to be the human on the end of her leash as together we continue to create change through education and advocacy. It is with such happiness that I have recently come home and returned to King's, first as a part-time faculty and now as the social work program's liaison. In this new role, I can only hope that I positively contribute to the experience of students, just like those who've supported me during my time at King's. I so look forward to being a part of their journey and to witnessing all of the great things that they undoubtedly achieve. Thank you so much. Thank you again to Peter for your kind words. Congratulations to Maureen, and thank you for everyone who put on this event. Despite the fact we are here at home, it is so special, and we're so thankful to be honored, and just so much appreciation to all of you. So thank you.
So much, Rachel. That was beautifully said, and congratulations on this award. I would now like to call Frances Thylade, class of 78, to the podium. Frances?
Thank you, Jana. I am very pleased to be here tonight to tell you a little about this year's winner of the King's University College Alumni Award of Distinction, Maureen Spencer Golovachenko. You don't have to know Maureen for very long to realize that she is very proud of her Irish heritage and that she has inherited the Irish gift of the gab. And by gift of the gab, I do not mean excessive talking. Rather, I'm thinking of it as truly a gift, the ability to speak easily and confidently, to find words to powerfully connect and draw people in. Maureen is a natural storyteller, writing and speaking with eloquence and passion, evoking context, accurately remembering conversations and details. Important skills for a person who has made a career in communications. Describing herself as a poster child for liberal arts education, Maureen's career as a communications professional, honed over many decades, had its start here at King's College in the 1970s when she earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in sociology. This was followed by a diploma in broadcast journalism from Fanshawe College and later a professional designation as an accredited business communicator from the International Association of Business Communicators. Maureen began her working career refining her customer service skills with Cooperators Insurance before moving into journalism with AM 980 and CJBK News. A stint in the charitable nonprofit sector followed when she was chosen to serve as the first national communications manager for the Sunshine Foundation of Canada. Later, Maureen took on the challenging role of executive director for Jesse's Journey, where she was responsible for managing a large team of volunteers working together to implement an 8,300-kilometer walk across Canada by Londoner John Davidson in order to raise money for gene research. Moving from the world of charity to the world of politics, Maureen was invited to serve as executive assistant to newly elected Mayor Anne Marie DeSico Best. During her decade at City Hall, from 2000 to 2010, Maureen aptly applied her communication skills as a strategist, researcher, crisis manager, speechwriter, and media liaison. The first decade of the 21st century proved a busy and fruitful one for Maureen. While working with the mayor, she was also serving on both the King's College Alumni Board and the IABC London Chapter Executive, each for 8 years. Maureen's time as King's Alumni President ran from 2002 to 2004, during which she and her team created terms of reference for directors, implemented an association constitution, and interestingly defined the Alumni Awarded Distinction Program as a means of recognizing community contributions made by King's graduates. Following her stint in the mayor's office, Maureen made a determined decision to return to the realm of the nonprofit, joining the staff team at London Pillar's nonprofit network as its first ever community collaboration program manager. At Pillar, Maureen spearheaded a dynamic new initiative called Collaborating for Community Impact. The goal was to bring the private, public, and nonprofit sectors together in innovative and collaborative ways. In this flexible portfolio, Maureen could combine her communication skills, community contacts, and experience across the sectors to present a new lens of community collaboration to a very diverse network. As a result, a collective dream emerged to transform London with a social innovation shared space. This collective dream was realized when Pillar purchased a downtown heritage building and transformed it into today's amazing innovation works. Maureen's final career stop saw her joining the Fanshawe College Corporate Communications team. As a writer in residence for 3 years, she promoted campus community collaboration, seeking good news stories, which were featured in her monthly column in Business London magazine. Among her many volunteer roles, Maureen also chaired the inaugural Eldon House Board of Directors and co-chaired a key committee of the age-friendly London Network. As a result of her community contributions and a dynamic communications career, Maureen is recognized with many awards, including Fanshawe College Broadcast Journalist of the Year, Radio Television News Director Association National Scholarship, IABC Virtuoso Award of Excellence for the National Communications Plan for Jesse's Journey, Heritage London Foundation Leadership Award acknowledging a rebirth of Eldon House, London's oldest home. To these awards and others, Maureen, you can now add the 2020 King's University College Alumni Award of Distinction. Congratulations.
Principal Malloy, King's friends, ladies and gentlemen, as a cherished alma mater, King's University College holds a special place in the hearts of thousands of men and women who have tread its hallowed halls for 65 years. And although I didn't know it at the time, King's and I both launched in 1955. King's as an academic center of excellence, and me on my journey en route to becoming a recipient of the King's Alumni Award of Distinction. Thank you, my dear friend Frances Thylade, for nominating me and making this moment possible. It is an absolute joy to share our wonderful connection. I am so grateful for our 50+ years of friendship since first meeting at Catholic Central High School. Suffice to say, since 1955, the college and I have both undergone significant change. Now, against the backdrop of this surreal world of 2020, as the world faces its first pandemic in a century, I am filled with nostalgia as we take a trip down memory lane to revisit the King's tradition and its positive impact on my life. By its very mission, King's is engaged in the pursuit of truth, discovery, knowledge sharing, and service to humanity. By rooting academics in the liberal arts, King's empowers its students to truly change the world. And as an alumna, I am ever grateful to the college's first lay leader, Dr. Owen Kerrigan, for believing King's could flourish as a co-ed educational institution. Against fraternal opposition in the early 1970s, Principal Kerrigan brought a new vision of inclusivity, welcoming women for the first time. And as a result, I was able to attend King's in 1974. And since then, thousands of women have joined the ranks of those positively influenced by the King's tradition. Dr. Kerrigan also introduced the School of Social Work in 1970. And because of his vision, it is a delight to share the stage, albeit virtual, today with this year's recent graduate award recipient, Rachel Braden. Rachel is a fine young ambassador for King's and an accomplished social work advocate. Congratulations on your award, Rachel. Looking back, attending university was a special privilege, as I was the first in our family to do so. My parents, Jay and Tom McGhie, were both lifelong learners, but neither had the opportunity to pursue higher education. Instead, they did everything possible to enrich others and were salt of the earth humans, earnest, honest, hardworking, and down to earth. It was such a happy time when I told them that I had been accepted at King's College. And today is equally joyous as I come full circle with both my career and my alma mater. As Francis noted, I often describe myself as a poster child for a liberal arts education because my King's experience equipped me with those skills needed to champion a series of community collaborations throughout my career. Certainly, a Fanshawe diploma in broadcast journalism and accreditation through IABC furthered my pursuits, but King's remains a cornerstone of my success. And what a ride it's been. In wanting to make a difference by applying my skills and knowledge, community collaboration became a recurring and rewarding aspect of my work. Whether serving in the public, private, or nonprofit sector, my goal was always to bring people together, to make a brighter tomorrow. Looking back, I was safeguarding people through provision of insurance at cooperators, informing people as a journalistic watchdog and news reporter with CJBK and AM 980 News, making dreams come true for special kids with the Sunshine Foundation, and promoting strategies for genetic research at Jesse's Journey. All this happened thanks to King's transferable skills. When moving to the political realm in 2000 to serve at the pleasure of Mayor Anne-Marie DeSico Best, my favorite work was striving to make London the best city possible for everyone. Invited by the mayor to serve in this appointed position due to our shared values, our hope was to positively change lives. And we did, by creating the mayor's task force to end woman abuse, launching the mayor's Sustainable Energy Council, introducing the mayor's Adopt a Doc program to secure more family physicians for London, and seeking a comprehensive way to address homelessness. Working together, we were also strong proponents of key initiatives, including the building of the John Labatt Center, now Budweiser Gardens, and the new Central Library. And we also helped to create the innovative Age-Friendly London Network. These unique cross-sector collaborations demonstrated how small groups of people can indeed change the world. My decade working alongside Anne-Marie also proved a great time for volunteerism, thanks to her support. What energy I must have had back then, as in addition to my work, I served on and chaired both the King's Alumni Board and the IABC London Executive. The early seeds were planted for a future labor of love as well, eventually serving as inaugural chair of a new Eldon House Board of Directors, focused on shining a new light on London's oldest home. Upon leaving City Hall, it was truly heartwarming to return to the charitable realm. Thanks to provincial funding in 2011, Pillar Nonprofit Network was launching a new program called Collaborating for Community Impact. And I was the lucky one named as its first collaboration manager. For those who may not know Pillar, it is an amazing chamber of charities. In this portfolio, our 3-year goal was to bring cross-sector Londoners together for consultation on a potential social innovation shared space. Thanks to the collaborative efforts of hundreds of change agents, The program was a huge success, and London is now home to Innovation Works, a co-working space for social innovators, including some from King's. And I like to think that my handprint is somewhere on that very remarkable building on King Street. With retirement on the horizon, my final stop was serving as writer-in-residence at dynamic Fanshawe College. This role brought me full circle back to an educational setting where it was gratifying to be a mentor to our next generation of communications professionals. This was a perfect ending to a fulfilling career, as my goal was always to help those who followed in my footsteps. Thanks to a strong faith and work ethic instilled by my parents, coupled with an inspiring King's education, furthered by lifelong learning through IABC, and the love and support of a good man, my husband, Philip Spencer, I have enjoyed a rare opportunity to flourish in all three sectors of our society. Now, as King's strives to build on its past to prepare for the future, let us all strive to see life through the lens of a rower, always going forward while still looking backward. I believe this is the secret of the King's tradition. And throughout my career, this same rowing analogy has provided me with balance, perspective, stamina, and momentum. Wrapping up our trip down memory lane, I recall it was in those formative years of our alumni board that our small but mighty team first launched the Alumni Award of Distinction. We wanted to recognize the vast contributions of King's graduates. And now, on this 20th anniversary of the awards program, I am proud to join ranks with those distinguished colleagues who have been honored in the past. Thanks, Kings, for being a consistent cornerstone in my life, and many thanks to Jennifer Ayers and the Alumni Association for bestowing this honor at this pivotal time. I will treasure it forever.
Thank you very much, both Maureen and Rachel, for your words. Tough acts to follow, but I will do my very best. Maureen and Rachel, on behalf of King's Alumni and the King's Alumni Board of Directors, my sincere, heartfelt congratulations to both of you. You are two truly exceptional Alumni Award recipients. I wish that we could do a big applause here, but know that it is being sent both your ways. Rachel, I'm looking up to the screen because that's where I see you up there. While many of us virtually celebrate with you tonight, the spirit of the award will remain with you for a lifetime. For you are King's alumni and capture the very essence of King's as both a place to be and a place to become. This award marks not the end of your King's journey, but rather a very sincere recognition of your dedication to the continuous development of both yourself and the community. Today, King's and its alumni community formally recognize and celebrate your contributions. By accepting these awards, you continue to give as you inspire alumni to act and acknowledge others for their accomplishments. Now, I do need to turn the table to the alumni, but I would like to invite both Rachel and Maureen to turn the table with me. These recipients would not be accepting their awards today if it wasn't for people like you who nominate them. The nomination process, as some of you know, is quite simple, and the details can be found under the alumni section on the King's website. If you haven't been there yet, I encourage you to go. It's a great way to know about what's going on, but then also to find the nomination information. To those alumni celebrating milestone years virtually at this year's homecoming, know that although we can't be together in person to commemorate your anniversaries, the King's community, both near and far, applaud you, and are keeping that celebratory spirit very much alive. I can feel it here on campus. In closing, thank you to all of you at home for participating in this event, and I hope that you can join fellow Kings alumni at some of the Homecoming 2020 events that we have lined up this weekend. Baking, running, cycling, walking, trivia, that was last night, Rick McGhie, which follows tonight, Sunday Mass. The full list can be found on King's website under Alumni Get Involved. Once you register for an event, we'll send you the link that'll allow you to attend and celebrate homecoming from the safety of your own home. And I can't do a homecoming speech without saying, "Go Mustangs!" Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And congratulations once again to our fabulous award recipients, Maureen and Rachel. We want to thank everyone who is watching from home this evening, and we ask you to stay tuned as we bring you Friday Night Live with Rick McGhie starting at 8:30. And we hope to see you at some of our other events that Jennifer mentioned throughout the weekend. Thank you and have a great evening.
So should I be back farther so you can see my guitar? I think you're okay. Okay. Okay, I'm live, Rick. Hi, guys. Who could have imagined that we would be doing this instead of having me playing the side? We usually have a really good time, but I'm glad that I can be a part of the King's Homecoming again now. And hopefully this doesn't last 10 years. Anyway, so we have to make we have to make sacrifices to get the job done here. So this is a I'm going to try to hit some of the high tunes here, the ones everybody likes. So I've only got an hour to play, so we'll start off with the Dobie Gray song. Day after day I'm more confused. I look for the light of the pouring rain. You know that's a game that I hate to lose. I'm feeling the strain, and ain't it a shame? Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in the rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in the rock and roll and drift away. I'm beginning to feel like I'm wasting time. I don't understand all the things that I do. The world outside looks so unkind. I'm counting on you to carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, and give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. When my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. And when I'm feeling blue, the guitars are coming through to soothe me. So thanks for the joy that you're giving to me. I want you to know I believe in your song, the rhythm, the rhyme, and the harmony. They help me along, they're making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, and give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. I know they're all clapping out there. I can sense it in the ether. That's great. That's nice to hear. Well, I have to say to my younger friends there that as you get older, that memory kind of disappears. And but I'll always, remember playing the spoke of that. So, yeah, this is a song when I first came to Western 5 decades ago. The place that was Lucy's now, it was called the Somerville Coffee Shop, and they had a jukebox there, and this song was on it like nonstop, almost. There was another song that played quite a bit too, and that was a Holly song called "All I Need Is the Air That I Breathe," which was really good because everyone smoked in that room, so it was all I did need was the air that I breathe. Anyways, this is James Taylor. So. Yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans we made put an end to you. I walked out this morning, I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Sunny days I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. I always thought I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? Help me make a stand. Just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Sunny days I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. Always thought I'd see you again. And I've been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned toward the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. I was a time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Sunny days I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. Always thought I'd see you again. Oh yeah? I'm used to reading my own comments, but they're not on my screen here, so.
All right, so we've got Kate says, "Go Rick, taking me back to being 20, and so amazing to be listening and remembering together." That's from Elena, and Janet says, "Hi Rick, Janet Lou from King's Chamber Choir, fondly remembering our concert together a few years back."
Wow, that's great. All right, what am I going to do now? Okay, I'm going to do a sting song. I'm going to dedicate this to Principal Dave. We were gonna do a show together, but as it turns out, COVID has kind of put a kibosh on that. But next year we'll get together and do some police songs. So this is a Sting tune. This is Every Breath. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I've been watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I've been watching you. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? I'm a poor heartaches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I've been watching you. Since you gone, I've been lost without a trace. Sleep at night, I can only see your face. Look around, but it's you I can't replace. I'm so cold and I long for your embrace. Keep on crying, baby, baby, please. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? I'm a poor heartaches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I've been watching you. Every move you make, every step you take, I've been watching you. Every move you make, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you every single day. Every word you say, every game you play, I'll be watching you. Every move you make, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. I heard that clap. That was good. Okay, this is a song from my, God, I think I was in high school when I learned this song. So it's an old song, but every once in a while it's used for a commercial on TV or something, so even the kids know it. So. Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight, so happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind, imagine how the world would be so very fine, happy together. Well, I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. You and me, and you for me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. Well, I can't you. You're all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue. You're all my life. Me and you for me. No matter how they toss the dice, and I should be the only one for me is you. You for me, so happy together. Happy together. We're happy together. So happy together. Happy together. Okay, I always play these songs together. This is a Boston tune. This is their first single. And it sold something like 19 million albums, this song. So. Woke up this morning, the sun was gone. Turned on some music to start my day. Lost myself in a familiar song. Closed my eyes and I slipped away. It's more than a feeling when I hear that old song they used to play. I think it's dreaming till I see Mary Ann walk away. I see my Mary Ann walking away. So many people have come and gone. This is fate as the years go by. I still recall as I walk along, clear as the sun in a summer sky. It's more than a feeling when I hear that old song they used to play. I think it's dreaming till I see Mary Ann walk away. See my Mary Ann walking away. We're clapping.
There's about 30 of us here, Rick.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna have to get this over with. A nice long song, you all know this. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile. I knew if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I've delivered. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. Something touched me deep inside. On the day the music died, so bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. But all the boys were drinking whiskey and beer, singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Did you write the book of love? Do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. And now do you believe in rock and roll? And can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes, and I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronco buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of luck on the day the music died. We were singing, "Bye bye, Miss American Pie." Drove a Chevy to the levee was dry. Good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." For 10 years we were on our own, but the moss grows fat on a rolling stone. That's not how it used to be. Oh, and the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and the voice that came from you and me. And as the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned, but no verdict was returned. While Lenin read a book on Marx, the quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark on the day the music died. We were singing, "Bye bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Helter-skelter in a summer swelter, the birds flew off to the fallout shelter, 8 miles high, falling in fast, and landed foul upon the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with a jester on the sidelines in a cast. And the halftime air was sweet perfume. The sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, but we never got the chance. And as the players tried to take the field, the marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed on the day the music died? We were singing, "Bye bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Then we were all in one place, a generation lost in space. No time left to start again. So Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack Flash sat on a candlestick. As fire is the devil's only friend. And as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. As the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight on the day the music died. singing bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove a Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Well, I met a girl and she sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. And I went down to the sacred store where I heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed. The crowd noise. Lovers cried and the poets dreamed. Not one word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they got the last train for the coast. On the day the music died, we were singing bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die.
Woo!
Woo-hoo.
Someone commented, Rick. Someone commented, "Get your keys." Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, well, that would have been in the that would have been in American Pie. Church bells all were broken. You ring your keys.
Oh, right, right.
A broken bell facsimile, one might say. Okay, this is the what I call the battle hymn of the bar musicians. So. Well, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? Well, I'm not really sure how it goes. Oh, it's sad and it's sweet and I knew it complete. I wore a younger man's clothes. Oh, la-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now John at the bar is a friend of mine. Gets me my drinks for free. He's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's some place he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. Oh, la-da-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling all right. it's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday. The manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano sounds like a carnival, microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? Oh, la-di-da, di-da-da, la-di-da, di-da, da-da. Oh, sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight, while we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Good.
Sounds great, Rick.
Okay, so this next song, a bit of explaining to do here. I grew up in near Port Dover, which is down in Norfolk County, and it's across the lake from Erie, Pennsylvania. And most of our television stations were from the U.S. down there. There was a show when I was a kid called That Was the Week That Was. And one of the principal writers on it, the musical writer on it, was a guy named Tom Lehrer. So I actually heard this song in the, I guess, the early 1960s or late 50s, somewhere around there. And when I got old enough, I learned to play it. So. Anyways, this is the Masochism Tango. Well, I ache for the touch of your lips, dear, much more for the kiss of your whips, dear, 'cause you can raise welts like nobody else, so we dance to the Masochism Tango. Let our love be a flame, not an ember. Say it's me that you long to dismember. Blacken my eyes, set fire to my thighs. We dance to the Masochism Tango. At your command, before you here I stand. My heart is in my hand, it's here that I must be. My heart entreats, just hear those savage beats, and go put on your cleats and come and trample me. Well, your heart's as hard as oak or mahogany, that's why I'm in such exquisite agony, and my soul is on fire, it's aflame with desire, why I perspire when we tango. You caught my nose in your left castanet, love. I can feel the pain yet, love, every time I hear drums. And I envy the rose that you held in your teeth, love, with the thorns underneath, love, sticking into your gums. Well, your eyes cast a spell that bewitches. The last time I needed 20 stitches to sew up the gash you made with your lash. So we dance to the Masochism Tango. Mash in my brain, make me scream with pain, kick me once again and say we'll never part. I know too well I'm underneath your spell, and darling, if you smell something burning, it's my heart. Ugh, excuse me. Take your cigarette from its holder, burn your initials in my shoulder, will fracture my spine, swear that you're mine, as we dance to the Masochism Tango. Rather insipid burp there, but Get the idea? Here's another Sting song here. You remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You forget the sun and its jealous sky. We walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell, so her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you be my love upon the fields of barley? You'll forget the sun and its jealous sky. We walk in fields of gold. Never make promises lightly. There have been some that I've broken. I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. Past since those summer days on the fields of barley. See the children running as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. Will you remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley? You can tell the sun in its jealous sky that we walked in fields of gold. That we walked in fields of gold. It's a Grateful Dead song. Now, Grateful Dead, you don't hear much of it anymore.
But you should.
But you should. They were a great band, and they were always around. And it was really an amazing get together to go to one of their things. So, anyways, it was one of their songs. This is Casey Jones. This is.
Everything sound okay for you, Rick?
Yeah, everything's good. So my guitar's out of tune. Can you help me with that? Well, if there's one thing that Jerry Garcia really loved, it was trains, and the other thing was dope. So so we got both of that in this song here. Driving that train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Trouble ahead, radiant bread. Take my advice, boy, you're better off dead. Brakeman is sleeping, train's going 102. We're on the wrong track, headed for you. We're driving that train high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Trouble with you, trouble with me. Two good eyes, but we just can't see. Come round the bend and know it's the end. Fireman screams, but the engine just gleams. We're driving that train high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Driving that train high on cocaine. Engineer, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. And driving that train high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead or trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Don't you know that notion just crossed my mind? Yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Did I already do this song once? Did I do that?
You did a James Taylor song earlier. I think it was this one.
Yeah. Somehow I need a set list. That's what I need.
Oh, no sweat.
I just thought that would fit in nicely there, but too bad. I did already do that. I deeply apologize for that.
That's all right. It's a late. Well, I guess it's not too late anymore. Normally,
I caught myself. I only did one line, and it's
sure.
Well, I bet you wonder how I knew about those plans to make me blue. With some other guy you knew before. Two of us guys, you know I love you more. Took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. You know that I heard it through the grapevine. How much longer would you be mine? Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine. And I'm just about to lose my mind. Oh, honey, honey, yeah. You know a man ain't supposed to cry. These tears I can't hold inside. Losing you would change my life, you see. You mean that much to me. You could have told me yourself that you loved someone else. But I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer would you be mine. Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine. And I'm just about to lose my mind. Oh, honey, honey, yeah. grapevine. How much longer would you be mine? Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine. I'm just about to lose my mind, oh honey, honey, yeah. People say believe half of what you see, none of what you hear. I can't help but be confused. If it's true, please tell me, dear. Did you plan to let me know about your plan to let me go? Know that I heard it through the grapevine. How much longer would you be mine? Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine. I'm just about to lose my mind, oh honey, honey, yeah. Did we do that?
Rick, while you're kidding,
What's that?
I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
So you've been doing, you've been playing at the university for how long now?
Well, this is 50
Or
years.
around London, I guess.
Well, no, I started playing at the university in 1970. I actually did play at the university before that for a couple of special things, but started playing regularly in 1970. I joined a band that was like a sort of a spoke house band, and then kind of about 1975, I got kicked out of the band, and then my manager at the time said, ever thought of becoming a solo? And I said, no. He said, well, you know, think about it. I'll get you a job for next week. And he did. And that was the turning point for me, actually. In 1975, I became a solo. And I started playing, I played lots of universities. I played lots of colleges and bars around all over the place. And I actually really liked it, like playing by myself. So and I've been doing that ever since. So.
Do you remember what the first song you played as a solo artist was?
Well, I worked up a repertoire pretty quickly, and I think American Pie was in there because it was like immensely popular at the time, and I think I did some Simon and Garfunkel stuff, and I mean it was you know, it was kind of mid 1970s, and that stuff was all really big music at the day, you know. So I think that my first on-campus job as a solo, a for real solo, was at King's not at King's, at Huron in orientation in 1975. So, and then I got working at the Elbow Room, which if you were around at that time. The Elbow Room was a great loungy kind of place on campus.
I've got a comment here I'm going to read to you.
What's that?
I've got a comment here that I'm going to read to you.
Okay.
It's from Molly Fisher. She says, it's definitely not the same virtually versus live at the Spoke every Wednesday, but thanks for keeping the music alive.
Yeah.
Wearing my Rick hat tonight too.
Good. So am I. That's good, Molly. I totally agree with you. It's not like playing live. And I've done a fair number of these things. And it you know, it's nice to play, and but it's just not like playing for people live. And I agree. And the sooner we can get back to it, the better. But I'm sure every musician feels exactly the same way. So. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This a long time. I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled, was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band, we tried real hard. Jamie quit and Jody got married. Should've known we'd never get far. And when I look back now, that summer seemed to last forever. And if I had my choice, yeah, I'd always want to be there. Those were the best days of my life. I'm forgetting it. I knew this was going to happen sooner or later. I haven't played that song in so long. We'll do something else. Because we don't have much time left here. Sorry about that, guys. I really apologize for...
Okay, we're casual here.
Good. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. Remember to let her under your skin, and you'll begin to make it better. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. Don't you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder? La 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 la. Hey Jude, don't let me down. You have found her, now go and get her. The minute you let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. And don't you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder? La 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 la. Hey, hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. The minute you let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better, 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 better. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Good.
The question is, Rick, you missed the Latin Quarter.
I missed the Latin Quarter, yes. Did you ever get to go to the Latin Quarter?
No, a friend of mine and my supervisor here at work, Tom, he was reminiscing about the Latin Quarter and how he used to go and see you there.
Yeah, it was a great place. It was really, really small and intimate and very, very hard acoustically, but it was a great place to play. I know I talked to somebody. We were doing an event, and he was the chief of the security that was at the hotel, and he just said, he goes, you know, like, he goes, 30 or 40 years ago, he said, you could go anywhere in town and there would be somebody like you playing in the place. He said, and now there's not. He goes, what happened? And I went, well, you know, times change, so what can you do? Every night I'm lying in bed, holding you close in my dreams, thinking about all the things that we said, coming apart at the seams. We tried to talk it over, but the words came out too rough. I know you're trying to give me the best of your love. Beautiful faces, loud empty spaces. Look at the way that we live, wasting our time on cheap talk and wine. Left us a little to give. That same old crowd was like a cold dark cloud we could never rise above. But here in my heart, I'll give you the best of my love. Oh, sweet darling, you get the best of my love. Oh, sweet darling, you get the best of my love. I'm going back in time and it's a sweet dream. Was a quiet night, I could be alright if I could go on sleeping. But every morning I wake up and worry, what's gonna happen today? You see it your way, I see it mine, but we both see it slipping away. You know we always had each other, baby. Guess that wasn't enough. But here in my heart, I give you the best of my love. Oh, sweet darling, you get the best of my love. Oh, sweet darling, you get the best of my love, the best of my love. One more? Got time for one more, I guess?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. Okay, this is a Gordon Lightfoot song. Probably haven't played for 6 months or so if I can do it again. Thanks a lot for coming out, guys, and listening to me stumble through songs I've almost totally forgotten in the time that I haven't been playing much. But hopefully we'll get back on track and be able to commune together again at the Spoke at the Guy Club or anywhere else. I can see her lying back in a satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care. If I find you were creeping round to my back stair. Sundown, you better take care. If I find you were creeping round to my back stair. I can picture every move that a man would make. Getting lost in a loving is your first mistake. Sometimes I think it's a sin. Feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. Sometimes I think it's a sin. Feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, but don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a sin. Feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. Sometimes I think it's a sin. Feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. I can see her looking fast in her faded jeans. A hard-loving woman got me feeling mean. Sundown, you better take care. I'll find you were creeping round to my back stair. Sundown, you better take care. I'll find you've been creeping round to my back stair.
Sounds good, Rick.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Have a great night.